Hi, I'm Eric Dewey.
And this is Steve O'Mooney.
And I'm Matthew Renfro.
And we're Socially Awkward. You're listening to another great production on the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Check out more shows at foureyedradio.com. Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
This episode's storyline is a continuation of the Ranger Command and Talkin' Toku Summer Crossover and is considered Part 3. For maximum enjoyment, listen to Parts 1 and 2 at rangercommand.com and tokunation.com.
Today on Ranger Command Power Hour.
Where is he at? Why is he not here for the rebuttal?
Probably walking his dog.
God, that dog.
I got something to do. Time to walk the dog. Oh, hi,
Every time we start to record anymore, I gotta walk my dog, guys. I gotta tuck my kids in. I gotta give a bath to somebody, you know.
And what's wrong with that?
Oh, I'm so glad you're recording.
Hey, true believers!
That was good.
Let me tell you about that time I stooped Kirby's wife.
Did you know I made Spider-Man? And I made a Spider-Man in the toilet.
I colored the house.
Hey, he wears it frontwards, backwards, inside out.
You know that guy has got to be senile as all hell. Like, he probably doesn't even realize like who he is and where he is at any given point at this time.
No, he's sharp.
I don't know, man.
No,
He really is.
He's sharp.
For his age, he's extremely sharp.
Spider-Man's the greatest DC comic ever. Span, you mean Marvel? What? No, my son's name is Bill. Hey, Stan. Thanks, buddy. I was talking to Eric earlier today, and we came up with a really cool thing. Like, how awesome would it be if the voice of the Kamen Rider driver was Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh my God!
He'd be like, "Drive!
Buggy's bike!
Type of speed! You go fast now!
Get to the chopper with type speed! Ow, ow.
Put on the belt if you want to live."
It's not a tumor. It's a drive! It all came about because of the way they say drive in Japan. Sorry, Tom, because, you know, it's not drive, it's do-drive. And Arnold, that's how he talks just in general. He's always like, "Oh, I gotta get in my car and do-drive." So.
You want to tell him about the other thing we talked about with the batteries?
Oh, yes, how, like, it started off as a conversation about, like, Energizer's just gonna be, like, licking their chops ready to file that lawsuit tomorrow. You know, because everything's energized. And so I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like, get your Energizers out. Yeah. Then Eric's like, well, what if they called their cell phones, like, Duracells? And it just became this horrible thing about, Rangers, get your Duracells. Ready?
Yeah,
Energizer!
Energize, because it was used in Star Trek.
Yeah, but no one
But
cares
now
about
it's
Star Trek
bad.
anymore.
What the
Don't say that to the Trekkie around here. Ow!
Are you okay? What the
Yeah, I'm trying to take some photos while we do this, and it's not.
Oh, again.
I'm sorry. Do you want high-res photos of the Dino Cycle or not?
If it's not crispy
really.
ice cream, it's you taking pictures.
Holy sh**.
What?
Huh?
I remembered my password to Twitter.
How long have you not had it?
No. No, I have it connected to my phone. I just tweet from there, and it's just always been connected. Never had to worry about it.
And now on Ranger Command Power Hour. Eric!
AP!
Zach! Chris!
Jordan!
Tom!
Go Ranger Command! Go Ranger Command! Podcasters together! Talking Toku crossover! Go, go, Ranger Command! Go, go, Ranger Command! Podcasters together! Talkin' Toku crossover!
Wow, guys, can you believe that Thanksgiving is already over? I mean, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah, only a month to go until all the stores take down their Christmas decorations until, like, August.
In the world of retail, Christmas lasts for 4 months out of the year.
I like Christmas. With the right attitude, it can be an awesome time of year.
Rangers!
What is that?
It's a monster turkey?
I am the TURKINATOR, and I am here to exact revenge on my fallen comrades.
Sorry, pal. Thanksgiving is over, and we're not in the mood for any leftovers. Zach, AP, let's Ranger up! Legendary Ranger Mode, SPD, Shadow Ranger.
Legendary Ranger Mode, Lightspeed Rescue, Yellow Ranger.
Legendary Ranger Mode, Mighty Morphin, Blue Ranger.
Super Megaforce sucked, and beating you will prove it.
Bring it, Bird Brain! Shadow Saber! Yeah! Yeah!
Ah! Hey, Yellow Ranger, have some stuffing!
No thanks, I'd rather carve the turkey. Hiya!
These Thanksgiving puns are getting old. Let's finish this already. Power Lance!
Zach's right. AP, Zach, combine your weapons with mine and form the Power Hour Blaster.
Is that head cannon?
Ready!
Aim.
Wait, what's that?
You've got to be kidding me.
We're fighting an evil turkey and now some sort of evil Santa Claus?
I am BLIZZATROLL, the trolling snowman.
Seriously?
Hey, Blue, how do you like the direction of that new Ghostbusters movie?
Ah! His trolls inflict damage! We have to stop him before he trolls again.
Hey, Yellow, loved the Lightspeed Rescue Legendary Morph in Super Megaforce. Oh, wait.
Ah!
Zach! AP! Hey, BLIZZATROLL! It's judgment time for you, and the judgment is guilty. The sentence? A face full of Shadow Saber.
Hey, Shadow. Speaking of Legendary Ranger Morphs...
Don't even go there!
You forgot about me!
Ah!
Guys, what are we gonna do? We can't take much more of this.
Hey guys, look over there!
Legendary Ranger Mode, CO, Gold Ranger. Alright, now it's my turn!
Another ranger?
But whose side is he on?
Allow me to cook this turkey! It's time for a gold rush! That's it!
Hey, I recognize that smooth, tantalizing voice. It's Kickback, aka Chris, from the Talkin' Toku podcast.
Sorry to barge in on your podcast, guys, but you look like you could use a little help dealing with the holidays.
But
Careful, this newman's a douche.
Say what now?
No one listens to Talkin' Toku.
No one listens to Talkin' Toku, huh? Let's see if we can change that with a crossover. Jordan, Tom, let's turn the heat up on Frosty.
It's crossover time, baby!
Hey, Frosty, how does Catchadoki arms taste?
This time, I'm a cherry.
What the hell are you supposed to be? More new powers.
Sorry, BLIZZATROLL. They screwed the pooch with their attempt at Masked Rider.
Hail Furbus. Copyright 0 for 2014.
I have to go online and find a way to troll you newcomers. You haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back at the end of the skit.
Thanks for the assist, Talkin' Toku.
Anytime, Eric. You know what they say. Once a ranger.
No, absolutely not. Nobody says that. Ever.
Agreed.
We should probably track down that BLIZZATROLL.
BLIZZATROLL? Wow. Got desperate for names when you wrote the script, Chris.
Stop breaking the fourth wall, Tom.
Hey, I know. While we look for BLIZZATROLL,
we can have ourselves
a Talkin' Ranger Toku Command at the Nation crossover Part 3.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Don't you ever stop! Go, go, Power Rangers! You will rise up to the top! Rangers forever! Go, go, all together!
Today on the Power Hour, episode 28, Talkin' Ranger Toku Command crossover Part 3, What to Do Without the Power, recorded on November 20th, 2014. Welcome to the Ranger Command Power Hour on the Four-Eyed Radio Network. It's time to Ranger up with your hosts. I'm Eric, also known as Trekkie B47.
I'm AP, also known as Secret Ranger Fan.
I'm Zach, also known as the Cinema Slob.
I'm Chris, also known as Kickback.
I'm Jordan, also known as Den-O.
And I'm Tom, also known as Sentai Tamashi.
This episode is brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com. Hey guys! We're finally all back together.
You did that really fast, too. Like, I'm sitting there and you're like, today on the Power Hour, episode 28, Talkin' Ranger Toku Command Pro. I'm like, whoa.
The fast announcement.
You know what surprised me the most? I thought that every time you say, this episode is brought to you by Raven Designs, I thought that was a soundbite that you put in every time.
No, I record that every single time.
That
would save time.
It's the same every time.
Yeah, that would save time. That's not something that...
That's professional.
Well, we're all about professionalism here. Not really. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Jordan's taking amazing pictures.
El bueno.
I wouldn't call him amazing. But...
Chris is eating ice cream.
No, I'm not, actually. I wish I was, though.
Well, that's a rare occurrence.
That's only on Talkin' Toku. On Ranger Command, I eat cookies.
You know what? The last time we did this, I had Qdoba, and I just had Qdoba a few minutes ago. So this is weird.
It's a sign.
Cookie. Oh, before we get too far into it, Jordan.
What?
You have to do your Cleveland voice.
No, don't. No. Hey, Peter. No. See, it doesn't work when you put me on the spot. I can't do it.
Just randomly bust it out throughout the show.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bust it out.
Are you guys ready to bust out some news?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first, in our last episode, our gift guide, we talked about the Dino Charge Toys. Well, they're finally out. When this episode releases, it will have been 2 weeks since the Dino Charge Toys were first spotted in the wild by me. Yes, it's true.
Well.
So humble.
I am humble.
I like how you wrote it on the show notes, though. It's 2 weeks since the Dino Charge toys were first spotted in the wild by Ranger Nation member Trekkie B47. Like, you even wrote about yourself in the third person. I love it.
I did. Well, you can check out the first unboxing video made for the Dino Charge Megazord, the Raptor Zord, and Parazord at youtube.com/TrekkieB47, and the exclusive first in-hand image galleries at tokunation.com.
Here, it's a cool site.
It's a really cool site. I think a couple people right now are on it.
Yeah, that guy Deno owns it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He's a horrible businessman.
He's the proxy owner.
Yeah.
So as he's taking pictures for the site during this recording, we're
Right.
He doesn't do crap.
So aside from me and Jordan actually having them in hand right now, have any of you picked it up?
Nope.
Nope.
I live in the land of the black hole where toys go to die, so I should be getting Super Megaforce toys in here at Toys R Us.
Is your Toys R Us
Samurai,
bad?
Super Samurai.
Well, I lucked out because at my old job, personal note, I got promoted at work last week, so I am now working. Thank you. I am now working an incredibly stupid schedule. As you guys know, I'm gone about 13 to 14 hours out of the day. But at my old store that I worked at, there was a Toys R Us across the street. At the store I'm going to after I'm done training, there's another Toys R Us right across the street, and there's only like 4 Toys R Us's in Colorado. So I'm like, hey, way to blow my future rent paychecks by just buying Dino Charge toys and being like, yay! And then 2 weeks later being like, oh.
Stock Toys R Us than the other one?
That's cleaner.
It's cleaner.
Has anyone picked up Titanus?
Not yet.
Nope.
No.
Not going to be doing that one.
Not at that price point.
I haven't given blood yet this month, so maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that price point is a little...
It's on the list because you know it's going to sell out, and once it sells out, you know that stuff is going to like almost double in price because the demand's going to go up because you can't find it anywhere. You know it's going to happen eventually. People are going to sit and wait like they did with the Legacy Megazord, and then it's going to go away, and then they're going to be like, oh, now I want it.
Well, that's my saving grace right now, is the fact that I don't have the Legacy Megazord.
And actually, the price of Titanus is exactly why I sold my Legacy Megazord for a hefty profit.
Scalper.
No, I had that thing forever. I'm not scalping that. I'm allowed to do that. You shut up.
The relationship between Deno, the owner, and me, the servant.
Well, now you're sharing the Toku Nation account on Twitter.
We're kind of turning into like an old married couple at this point.
Well, I got tired of retweeting his personal tweets promoting the site. I was like, why don't you just do it on the actual account? If anyone gets a DM from the Toku Nation Twitter account, be like, hey, what you wearing?
Oh my.
It's probably me pretending to be Jordan, so.
They're probably wearing the Zentai suit you got sent.
Yeah, the Power Morph suit.
Yeah.
Hey, I've still got that blue Super Megaforce costume. You gonna give me $20 if I put that thing on?
Oh, you still haven't done that yet, have you?
No, you told me I got $20. I'm still willing to do it.
I'm still waiting to see a picture of you wearing the costume. I want that crap on Twitter, and I will retweet that. That will go viral. Like, I'll share that on the Facebook page.
All right, it'll happen tonight.
I'm excited.
I am not flattering in child-sized spandex. I just want to
How many bottles of baby oil you need to get into that?
Oh.
I'm just thinking about duct tape to hold it on.
You look like Kim Kardashian.
No one wants that.
That's it. It's hashtag break the internet when I send that out.
Look for the April Fool's picture next year.
Next on the news. There's no segue, so I'm not even...
Yeah, nice transition.
Dino Charge Morpher sounds have been unlocked. Thanks to Raz and Zaran Zephyr, they have unlocked all the sounds in the Dino Charge Morpher and revealed some new information. Every sound is followed by the words energize, engage, unleash the power. The sounds also referred to 3 more Dino Charge Rangers, the Purple Ranger with Plesiosaurus power, an Aqua Ranger with Ankylosaurus power, and a Talon Ranger with Spinosaurus power. These are apparently the American counterparts to Kuro Violet, Cyan, and Navy, respectively.
Didn't Raz find one for the Silver Ranger, too? Or is that...
Yeah, there was one for the Silver Ranger, but there was no special name that he got.
So he's
He
not
found
getting
one for Titanozord, right?
Yeah, Titanozord.
He's not getting his own Morpher then? The blue and...
He'll probably get his
Sure.
own. Yeah.
They'll get his own Morpher, and they'll do it just like they did the Silver Ranger Morpher, worth $8.
And it's kind of nerfed. Yeah.
And there's no buttons, and it lights up and goes...
Did you see that there's also one for brushing your teeth?
Yes. Smile or something like that.
Yeah, so that means a battery's going to come with like a toothbrush or something.
I don't know, because I'm still waiting. I was going to tell Eric this, but you know, there's 2 keys we haven't gotten to unlock noises on the Legendary Morpher. We haven't gotten a key to unlock Happy Birthday, and we haven't gotten a key to unlock Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's true.
So I don't think they're going to necessarily use all these things in the Dino Charge Morpher, because Zare and Zephyr also found the Comic-Con soundbite.
Yeah.
Power Morphicon this time, but there is a Comic-Con. And then I was very sad to see they switched from Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays.
Aww.
You were saddened by that?
I like Merry Christmas.
Well, it's not the only holiday.
It's the only one that matters. I would jump for joy if it got like a Happy Kwanzaa and Yay Hanukkah. And
Yes, I want the Hanukkah battery.
Wait.
And the Christmas
Yay,
battery.
Hanukkah.
Yes, that is the new thing. It's not Happy Hanukkah, it's now Yay Hanukkah.
Yay,
Hanukkah.
The battery will have 8 sides rather than 4 sides.
The battery doubles as a dreidel.
This is getting bad.
Eric's going to go back and edit the title.
Yeah, this is
final
all
crossover.
But I'm wondering if it would be neat if the brush your teeth actually came with an electric toothbrush that included batteries.
Dude,
No.
Saban's too cheap for that, man. You're going to get like a toothbrush that's not even a real toothbrush. It's going to be like a half of an unpainted Red Ranger and fake bristles that are actual plastic.
What if the base of the toothbrush was a Dino Charger and it didn't come off, and you just had to stick the whole thing down the T-Rex's throat, so it had a giant brush sticking out of its mouth? Because I'd buy that. I would buy that.
I would buy the Morpher just to do that.
A toothbrush at the end of your gun.
That would be fantastic.
I can see parents loving that. Take the gun and point it towards the inside of your mouth and brush your teeth.
What I was thinking was that maybe the Happy Birthday one is for the cake toppers. They have these designer cakes.
If I got a birthday cake and it had batteries on it, I'd be pretty pissed. It doesn't matter what age either.
But yeah, we didn't get a Ranger Key cake topper.
I'm still waiting to see if we get some sort of Ranger Key for Christmas. I don't know.
I'm still pissed they didn't make adult Super Megaforce costume for Halloween this year.
The first time ever.
First time ever. I was so mad.
Well, then that would have went with your helmet, right?
Exactly.
He's got a full suit already.
He had to retire it, though.
He had to retire because he broke it.
Yep.
So he got too old.
Yeah, old.
The one year my suit is relevant, it's the year it breaks.
You'll always be Super Mega to me, Tom.
Like I said, I'll just go as Morpher Madness announcer next time.
Well, now his voice is used for the Dino Charge Morpher.
There you go.
I just want to know why sometimes it goes Purple Ranger, or not Purple Ranger, but it'll be like Red Ranger, and then the others are like Power Ranger Blue. What?
I don't know. I don't even have the Morpher yet, but I don't know. I might get it just for the sounds.
And then at Power Morphicon 2016, everyone should bring their, whether it's a Gabu revolver or the Dino Charge Morpher, and they can have a gunfight outside.
But that thing, I haven't seen it in person yet, but that thing's tiny, right?
It's very small, yeah.
It's not the size of the gun, it's how you use it.
The thing is that when you connect the sword to the gun, it's actually the accurate version that Violet uses. Because when you see her carry the gun in the sword combination, the bayonet faces the front rather than fold backwards.
Yeah, but you can do that with the Japanese toy too, right?
Yeah, you can. But the blade doesn't fold all the way back on the US one, right?
Correct.
Yeah. You're kind of left with either sticking up in the middle or sticking it out like the bayonet.
So our main topic today for the crossover is what to do without the power. So by the time this episode airs, Power Rangers Super Megaforce has come to a close.
Aww.
I know, we're all disappointed. For better or worse, mainly worse, we've seen how Saban Brands took 2 Sentai seasons and made them into this show. Many fans have considered this show a disappointment of missed opportunities. Since Power Morphicon's reveal of the Power Rangers Dino Charge cast, combined with the international airings of Super Megaforce, fans are anxiously awaiting February's premiere. What will Judd Lin bring to the table? What can we expect to be used from a season like Kyoryuger? What will we watch in the meantime? Are you ready to charge it up?
Yes,
I know Jordan is.
The only thing I'm pondering is
Mm-hmm.
that people are seeing the whole Dino Charge, after the disappointment that is Super Megaforce, to be the savior of Power Rangers. Now, what if it doesn't do that? What do we have to look forward to? I don't think Tokuger is
adaptable.
Adaptable, I guess. So what do we have to look forward to, really?
We'll have to see how Ninja.
Maybe.
What, Mr. Background?
The movie.
The movie.
Oh yeah, I guess they're doing that, huh? Well, no, I mean they're like, "Hey guys, we're doing a movie, yeah," for like 2 weeks, and then
Oh yeah, it did
No
really kind of
news.
fall off the map. We
and
haven't
then they're
heard.
like, "Yeah, we got Roberto Orsi, yeah," and then he disappeared, and they're like,
See,
Yeah, a month later.
times like this, I really wonder why Saban doesn't bring in Power Writers or Kamen Writers as more of a geared towards more adult audience.
I don't think Japan will let them. We've talked about that on this other show we do.
You mean the Talkin Toku podcast?
That's right.
Only at tokunation.com?
You could skip the Tokunation part if you wanted to, but yeah, we put it on there. No, we talked about this because there's that whole conversation talking point where one of the head guys of Kamen Rider was so pissed at the adaptation of Black RX, as we know it as Masked Rider here.
You're talking about Shotaro Ishinomori, who created
Yes.
Kamen Rider. Yes.
Yes, and he
He's
was
the
so pissed
creator of
off
the franchise.
And he made some sort of vow that he would never allow it to come back to Saban. That's why the Wuhuru brothers got Dragon Knight.
Well, Ishinomori's been dead for a while now, so you could circumvent that, I guess, but I don't know that Toei would do such a thing.
Well, because Saban would kidize it.
That's the thing. Why kidize it? When they're doing the movie, they're saying we're gearing the movie more towards,
Well,
the adults.
Let me ask you how Tribe of the Wild did.
Yeah, where is that even?
The whole show that was supposed to be geared towards young adults. Technically, that wasn't Saban. That was just
I gotta be honest,
Shuki Levy.
Would you guys be okay with an American Toku show, like a completely
No.
Toku?
Yeah?
No.
Even me, the giant skeptic, I would be cool with that. Give me some more Mystic Knights. Come on.
Are you talking about something completely original?
Yeah,
or-
something completely original that's shot in the Western world or New Zealand or whatever.
we
but-
have that. It's called the CW. And you
Yeah,
can watch
really.
shows like
I mean,
Arrow, The Flash,
actually, yeah,
Bring
he's
It
right
to
about that.
100.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Arrow
great
and
show.
The
Flash.
things that you look at a show like Arrow and the Flash, and they're well done. They're good. So what if you do something? Even look at a movie like Big Hero 6. It's very Japanese influenced, but it's made in the U.S.
Yeah, but the animators for Big Hero 6 are big anime fans anyway, and
Well, that's the thing. It's like we understand the culture behind it. We understand what made it work. Now apply
Right.
those same methodology here, but create something that's U.S.
I think the biggest issue we run into is, you see these awesome shows on the CW, but it's not like the CW is like, well, we got $80,000 hanging around. Let's go make a really cool show. Those are big budget TV shows to sell the point. It's Warner Brothers backing it and things like that.
right.
On top of that, to do a show like a Toku show, to have stuntmen, to have choreography, to have prop creation, that's going to take a lot of work and a lot of money. And if you don't have a dedicated base before you even start,
But that's the
no
thing.
one's,
though.
no
It's
one's
like-
going to invest the money into it. They just won't.
Well, see, my thinking is that you got to spend money to make money, and if you put in the same dedication that people like Arrow and Flash do with their show, right? And you put in that kind of effort in there, people are going to recognize the effort.
Are you talking about Saban trying
Yeah,
to
Saban,
put
yeah.
this effort?
Yeah, and the thing is that then you can.
You're living in a fantasy world. Go home. You're drunk.
But the thing is that you can now do a show without having to rewrite the Japanese show to fit American audience. You can actually write a show.
That's
Yeah,
done.
but
That's
the
But
whole
that's the
reason
whole-
it does
that's-
that is because it's cost effective.
Yes, that's the whole point of Power Rangers. That's in
Yeah, but
footage, and they don't
but
have to
they-
film
but they-
half of it.
Yeah, but the thing is that they still reshoot a lot of the scenes. So why not
Barely.
just you already hired those people? They're there for the day. Why not just shoot the whole thing?
I mean, you could just ignore storylines and plot holes and bring people back from the dead because they're in a scene you want to use in a finale. But what do I know? Because, okay, so I'm going to go back to Super Megaforce because I want to bring this up because it pissed me off. So, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I watched, somehow, the last, 5 episodes of Super Megaforce before they aired. I was one of those kids who went to England, and I watched it in England. Because if I say I downloaded it illegally, I'd be putting myself at legal risk. So I flew to England. Vrak is back, part 1 and part 2. Vrak is back, right?
Right.
In my honest opinion, that felt like a finale to the season. Because for the first 20 episodes, Vrak was the villain. It was Vrak. Yeah, there were some others and some other dudes and mutants or whatever walking around, Bigfoot and all that crap, but you had Vrak. He was the main bad guy. And then with Super Megaforce, you had all these new villains appear, and they spent no time really developing any of them except for attempts at witty one-liners. Don't even get me started on whatever his American counterpart name is, Barazorg or whatever.
Oh, right. Yes, boss. Yeah.
Seriously, no development whatsoever, and then he gets his own special battle at the end. No one cares because he was in 2 episodes. But anyways, the whole thing with that episode was, if you watched it, spoiler if you haven't, they kill off Robo Knight. Robo Knight dies. Apparently, if your key stops glowing, even though none of them are glowing in the first place, but if it randomly stops glowing after it starts glowing, that means you die. So Robo Knight dies. They almost act sad. Cool. That was awesome. He doesn't come back in the next episode. You're like, wow, they killed off a character. That hasn't happened in so long. Then, spoiler alert, for those who've seen the last episode, they use stock footage of the 100-hero battle from Japan. They don't even really shoot hardly any new fight scenes except for the Megaforce costume Rangers. In one of the Japanese footages, there is a Red, who's Megaforce Red, and Gosei Knight, who's Robo Knight here, kind of back into each other, have a quick dialogue, and then go back to fighting. They kept that in the finale, and Troy's all, Robo Knight, good to see you back, old friend. He died!
It totally undercut his development. And actually, the writer of Vrak is Back and Mega Mission, James Bates, he's at Dog Barley on Twitter. He actually talked to me and a couple other people, Database Ranger, and he was talking about Vrak is Back, and he said there could have been a running subplot with Vrak and his brother, with Vrak lone wolfing it like Decker and PR. He's like, it's not appropriate for me to say much. I hope people are enjoying it, but I haven't watched most of Super Megaforce, too painful. He was one of the writers that got actually cut out of the show, but they brought him back for Vrak is Back to do rewrites. And one of the things he said, Robo Knight was always going to come back, but he was actually shut out of setting up the specific Super Megaforce storylines, and he said that things would have been quite different. I said, well, shame that Robo Knight's sacrifice in Vrak is Back is undermined by the sloppy return of him showing up in the Legendary battle. And he said, I just don't know what happened there, but don't blame Seth Walther, great writer. Enjoy the show, love PR. And another thing I said was, well, I'm not blaming anyone. I think everyone did as best they could under the direction from higher ups. I love PR. He said higher up, in quotation marks, singular, and he and his minions have moved on, so get charged up in 2015 because Chip is on his way.
Uh-oh, is this a Zach Core thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be a Zach Core thing. He was the executive producer. He's the one who was like, yeah, you know.
And he said that
beep?
No. No, he said that Vrak was going to be a lone wolf. Robo Knight was going to be low on power hunting him. There was some storylines he had with Troy's premonitions, the Jake and Gia romance, Noah inventing more things, a website, and Emma more with her photography.
How about that BMX bike? Or just a bike in general? She's in the intro of Megaforce, she's like, I'm on a bike, whoosh! And then she used it for an episode.
Yeah, that was it.
She's a BMX biker. I think her profile even said that she's a BMX biker, blah, 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 who loves nature and pictures. And then she was like, I'm going to run everywhere, yay!
And then one last thing that I'll mention that he said, I asked, I wish Troy's dreams had more payoff. Could have been a morphing grid bleed-through, Destiny, Gosei and Zordon's love child. And then he tweeted, you're a funny man, Eric. You might have a grid, I mean good clue there, wink face. So maybe he was going to set it up where Troy's dreams were actually as a result of the morphing grid.
Well, let's take all that information in real quick and just come to the conclusion that Jonathan Zakor destroyed Power Rangers Super Megaforce.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll sign off on that.
I mean, no one's come out and said it, so you can't be like, well, so-and-so implied. You can't, because you're assuming dialogue that's not actually there.
Right.
But let's face it, I mean, it just drives me absolutely... We knew from the beginning of the year when Ranger Crew tweeted out that the writers had been replaced. That obviously happened. And now talking to this guy, it obviously sounds like they had storylines in place, and they were, quote-unquote, shut out of story editing, which to me just kind of screams like, hey, let's come in under budget as much as we can.
Right.
Because I don't understand, like, I want to know why... You should have asked them why the hell there's powers that don't exist, like where they came from, where these new powers came from, what that direction was. I want to find out from somebody that direction.
Yeah, maybe I'll tweet at him again and see what was the deal with that. But I don't know, from even if it was a cost-saving measure, they only used less than 20 episodes of Gokaiger. There was so much other footage they could have used of U.S. Rangers instead of relying on these new powers.
How about that Emperor Mavro, who literally serves no purpose to the plot? Like, they didn't even include a final battle of him. He just... For those who didn't watch the Super Sentai version, Mavro, the Emperor, actually exists for more than 2 episodes. And on top of that, it's like the final battle is with him, and Gokaiger, they literally do this like mass power change where they literally go every single Super Sentai team, at least one, and then they do a final, like a super mode. So you get, in Power Ranger sense, you get SWAT mode, you get...
Legendary Warrior from Mystic Force.
Yeah, you get the Legendary Warrior, you get Hyper Samurai Ranger, whatever, with the Shark Sword. Like, you get all those, like, cool upgrade things, and you're like, oh, damn. And then they finish that fight or whatever, and that's where they all end up on the ground, like, we did it, yay! Which just kind of got shoehorned into Super Megaforce when Tommy and all the Tommy Rangers leave. They get blown over by the wind, because all the Power Rangers decide to shoot off into space. Like, they're all like, hey, guys, let's all go to Terra Venture and party! And they all blast off into space.
And I can't believe the final fight consisted of just basically a huge grunt battle. There was no general that was leading the charge. That would have been amazing if we got some original footage of Mavro, maybe combining that legendary fight, Gokaiger, with this huge, whatever. I don't know.
That's one of your big handicaps of reusing so much footage, because that battle isn't a final battle. It's an opening battle from a movie.
Right.
For God's sake. I mean, reusing that footage, it just destroyed any sense of finality.
If you want to be even worse about it, technically it's not even movie footage. It is literally footage from the first episode of Gokaiger.
Yeah.
Because the movie footage is all the extra heroes and stuff like that. So literally,
basically what we can all agree on is that with such a great source material, there's literally just one person who screwed the pooch on this whole thing.
And now
I
he's
just gotta
gone.
say, I did not realize that Super Megaforce would make me appreciate Samurai and Super Samurai so much more.
It's crazy.
Because I look back and I will sit there and say that, and this is nothing against the actors or the crew, and by crew I mean the camera people, the stunt people, even those editing people that drive me batty, that Jordan loves so much. Yeah, there was some obvious laziness in there. There was also some cool parts, but for the most part, like Samurai, at least you knew Jaden had a secret in episode 1, and they talked about it again before episode 36. Whereas in Super Megaforce, Troy has a premonition in episode 1, then I think he has another one in the finale right before the invasion, and then he doesn't talk about it again until the very last episode. So 3 uses of the... And here's okay, I'm going way off topic here, but...
No, go ahead. There is no topic. We're... about Super Megaforce.
When Cameron Gibo can even comment about no continuity in the story on Twitter publicly, we're like, oh, where did Orion go? Who cares? Did you guys catch that where he tweeted out? He was like, oh, where did Orion go when, da 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 in like the season of no explanations or whatever? Obviously, the cast is not exactly happy with it. But my thing is the big misses there where it's like, okay, you set up a storyline, you want people to care about characters. The very first episode, Troy's the new kid at school. Right?
Right.
They never touch on that ever again.
And the great adversity that he had to face.
Water bottles.
Right.
We were totally stealing this from Dan's Toku Rants. We were totally stealing this from Dan's Toku Rants. Gotta give credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
But seriously, like, his biggest adversary was basically two things: water bottles and his love for Robo Knight. That's Troy's characterization. A new guy from a new school who obviously didn't make any friends, who don't know what he uses in his hair, but that doesn't move. And his only adversity is something happened in his life to make him hate water bottles, and he ends up having a romantic relationship with a robot that got more characterization in the entire series than any other character in the show.
Yep.
Seriously, Robo Knight had more characterization than any character.
That's why I love Robo Knight so much. He was the best character in the entire show.
It's horrible.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's the best character, and he's still horrible. Like that rap. What the hell was that?
He's just doing a really bad RoboCop impression for like 25 episodes worth of footage, and he's still the best one.
Yeah.
That is why I'm excited for Judlin, because honestly, last time we were wrong. We all sat here and we're like, man, we couldn't get any worse than Samurai. We sat here last time and we're like, dude, Samurai was the worst. We can never get worse than Samurai. Things have to look better. And you know what? Super Samurai was better. Megaforce, not Super Megaforce, but Megaforce actually did an okay job.
Yeah.
It kind of got you into it. Like I said, Rack was a cool villain. Like, best voice actor they've had since Saban got the brand back, I might add, was the voice actor.
Seriously.
Rack.
Yeah.
Like, that guy was awesome. And then Super Megaforce comes along and pretty much hoops on the entire history of Power Rangers. Sorry, AP, about the Lightspeed Rescue thing, because...
Hey, Titanium Ranger didn't even get a f***ing faceplate, so...
No, he had a faceplate. That's the problem.
I'm pretty pissed, too.
Titanium Ranger, a.k.a. Optimus Prime, with the mouth plate there. But yeah, no, they couldn't get that right. But heaven forbid, Tommy's got to get his stuff digitally edited for the second and a half of footage that he's in.
And that's the thing, it still looks bad. You can even look at the high def, it just looks like a darker stripe. Now Tommy has the 5th variation of his helmet, which is a dark green stripe now.
Don't say that, it'll come out as a figure now.
Well, as seen in Super Megaforce.
Does it have the clasps on the side, or did they get rid of that in this version?
I don't know.
Because when they went back and they remade these suits for Gokaiger, they used the modern version, so they didn't put clasps. I'm curious if this one had clasps or not, because you can... It's weird, because I was always sitting there, and I don't understand where they got this idea that, hey, if we just hold the helmet in front of their face and lift it up, no one can tell that the helmet's not really on their head.
Especially when the girls with the long hair are holding in front of the face, so yeah, the hair just appeared.
You know what? That's really funny. We're talking about Dino Charge coming up and Judd Lin, and we've been doing Power Rangers in Space for Let's Watch Wednesdays at Toku Nation, right? And I literally just watched like the 9th episode yesterday with Craterites in it for the first time, and TJ and Ashley are in this stupid training room putting their helmets on to fight the Craterites, and they already have their costumes on. She closes her helmet around her hair, still sticking out of the neck cavity. Like, her bare exposed neck is there, nothing is there at all, and then, like, cut to the Sentai footage, and there it is, like, I'm ready to fight, it's all good.
But that's still more effort than we did from Super. It is. And speaking of Cassie, why does she get the most important dialogue in this team-up? Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
And seriously, okay, maybe it's just me, but her like, oh no, the pleasure is all ours. That sounded really creepy to me.
Yeah, it did.
Go listen to it. She's like, no, the pleasure is ours. And she says ours like a time, like on a clock. Like, I understand she's over-pronunciating ours, but she's like, ours? No, the pleasure is all ours. But when she says it all creepy, like nothing against Patricia J. Lee, she's awesome. But why does she get the dialogue? Like, she's the one who looks at Tommy, she's like, no, they need to be the ones to do the North lead. Say what? She didn't say that, but go ahead.
Right, I get what you're saying. Yeah, as much as JDF is hyping this episode, he's barely in it.
Thank God.
Yeah, well, thank God.
It was a bullet dodged.
Don't say that. Those 2 extended footage minutes could be just him.
All those are going to be either in the DVD or like a Thanksgiving special.
I hope, as much as I hate to say it, I hope they do give like Mike and Emily something to do.
Oh my God, they just showed up out of nowhere.
You want to talk about funny things? Like, if you look at Emily Brittany Pirtle or whatever. If you look at her in the scenes where Tommy's talking, she looks like she's like undressing Azim Rizek with her eyes like the entire time. She's like, I'm gonna hit you, Randy, you so fine. Like seriously, watch her eyes. She looks like she's like.
Okay.
You're all gonna do it. Don't lie. You're all gonna go.
Look, we all had to have something to think was going on while the episode happened. So that's good curriculum.
We created a story in our head to make the.
And I know they did it as a joke with Mike putting on or Hector David Jr. putting on the Green Ranger shield, and I know they made that picture, but I don't know. I thought that might have been a cool thing for them to do in the show. I don't know.
I'm still campaigning for a toy to be made of that.
They spent more time hanging out than they did filming. We can see that now.
Right.
There are just so many things that were missed from the beginning to the end. If they had just listened to some of the reactions, I guess, would have been so much better, but they just say, it.
Wait, I'm just reading some news right now. Breaking. Burgundy Ranger reports that this Monday night's airing of the last two Super Megaforce episodes on Nicktoons has been extended from 60 minutes to 75 minutes. Is this when the extended finale will air? Burgundy Ranger's tweets were checked at the updated Nicktoons schedule. Next Monday's Super Megaforce special starts at 11 p.m. is blocked out for 75 minutes. He also tweets that certainly more than just 2 regular episodes, and probably even more than 2 episodes plus a Dino Charge trailer. He's like...
And now, 15 minutes more of JDF.
And... Finally, he said, what I posted is all I have. It even has a 999 episode number when the finale is numbered 420.
420.
That would explain everything in that episode.
Yeah, you have to be high to enjoy it.
And one more...
high when they wrote it.
Oh, that too.
One more clarification. He said the original Nicktoons schedule for Monday night originally had Wraith at 11 and Legendary at 11:30. Now it's this one block 75-minute thing.
You know what
so
that is?
I gotta watch that.
It's both episodes, the trailer, and then that weird History of Power Rangers thing that talks about MMPR for a minute and a half and everything else for 10 seconds. It's that.
Yeah. Power Force member, me and Eric, obviously, we got that email 6 days after something like Morphin K on Twitter already found it. And yeah, put this out there. And it's like, okay, it talks about intergalactic being Zordon, Rita Repulsa, some dude named Zed, the Green Ranger, and then the Rangers did it 800 more times. Wow, that's a lot. Yay, the History of Power Rangers.
Maybe it's just that extra footage of...
It's like Bandai made that commercial.
Laundry.
You know, it's like Bandai was like, History of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, and others.
Basically a commercial for, hey, buy the Legacy stuff.
Because if you figure every kid's show right now, Power Rangers is 22 minutes long.
Right.
So 22 is 66 minutes. Yay, man. So that would leave an extra, 9 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's the Robo Knight doing laundry thing.
It's every single skit they did throughout the last 2 years.
Oh, I can't wait for the return of that cool rap video thing that they did.
Oh no. No.
The dubstep thing?
How dare you, sir?
Power Rangers Swag Force.
Yeah, Swag Force.
I had forgotten that thing existed until just now. God.
We talked about it on the show before, too.
I know we did, but I had just pushed it out of my memory.
That was the last episode I was on. I think that was the last episode you had me on.
Yeah, Swag Force, yeah.
And all of the Rangers are just Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah. Can we...
Motorcycle helmet.
Is it too late to bite down on my cyanide capsule? Because that's just... Ugh.
Do it now.
Let's curve this topic to things in Dino Charge that we're excited about.
God, I hope it's so... But here's the problem. We're kind of putting all our hope into this series. There's a very real possibility that it will be overhyped and not live up to the grand expectations expectations that I think a lot of us have.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And with the news that came out that Noam, what's his name?
Noam Ken, the dude that's butchered the Samurai theme song for 4 years, is the music guy again this year.
That's totally not his fault, though.
Go Dino Charge!
I actually, I was going to talk about that too. Wouldn't that be funny if it ended up being Pelican, his original Power Rangers song that he did, that he released 4 months ago? Wouldn't that be funny if that was it? You know, the one that you can't understand what the hell he's singing?
Well, it's going to start with Dino Charge, Power Ranger, Dino Charge.
Oh, God, no!
Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Oh, God. Please spare me.
It has the same syllables.
It does.
What's a good riff? What's a good riff on what is it? Rangers Forever, Samurai Together, whatever. Good riff on
Defenders Never Surrender.
Yeah, like Rangers Together, Dinosaurs Forever.
Oh.
No, it's gotta be. We talked about this. It has to be battery themed.
Yeah.
Rangers charged up forever.
Oh, see, there you go. You could. Are you working for Saban?
Not even paid.
Rangers Together, charged up forever.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Charged up forever. Bye.
Well, we have to take into account the cast tweets that said that they have heard the theme song and it's awesome and it's.
Well, they have to say that.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be funny if they were under contract and
one
had
of them
to say
said
that?
that it's not. Well, one of them, I forget who. Forgive me, but one of them said it's not like.
But here's the thing: we were told at Power Morphicon from the actors of Super Megaforce that they, fought for a better season, and there's surprises that you guys aren't even expecting, and
yeah, I didn't think it was going to suck.
So that's the thing. When they're under the scrutiny of Saban brands going to a Saban event like Power Morphicon now, of course they're going to say anything positive. They're not going to say, well, we fought for you, but end result isn't that great. I mean, it's
right,
not
but
gonna
one of the cast members tweeted something to the effect of the theme song is not going to be like it has been in the previous years, where it's just been a rehash. I swear I remember seeing that on my feed somewhere.
Oh yeah, and I think it was from Yoshi or someone.
Maybe it might have been Yoshi. Yoshi seems to be the most vocal when it comes to conversing with the fans.
So it's like that whole thing with Queen and Vanilla Ice instead of dun 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 dun. dun, dun.
I'm gonna call it now. I think they're gonna use a Pelican rendition.
Oh.
That would be awesome, but I sincerely doubt it.
No.
Well, dude, they trademarked his name and it's the Power Rangers collection Pelican.
Yep.
And then he released that one song, and he was like the very last one he did, where it's like, I'm just gonna ride this, and enjoy the ride as long as I can. So check out this new song I did that Saban loved, is what he said.
Yeah, he said Saban contacted, they reached out to me, and I did this original song. Yeah.
You should play it right now in the podcast, Eric.
You know what? That's a perfect segue for me to do just that.
Hey everyone, Pelican here. Hope you're doing awesome, of course. As you know, I've done all the Power Rangers theme songs. There'll be a link if you haven't seen it. So you might be wondering, what am I doing now? Because I've already done all the Power Rangers songs. Haim Saban himself, the legend, picked up the song. He liked it, and so Power Rangers released it as Power Rangers Megamix featuring Pelican. It's on iTunes and everywhere. And I thought, because I'm really flattered, and I obviously love Power Rangers, so I thought I'd contribute a bit before this epic journey ends. So here's something you've never heard before, my Go-Go Power Rangers. Have an awesome day, and I hope you like it.
Keep it up all along, fight for mankind. Trust in the Rangers, that's what I'll show you. They'll never
That was
Okay.
awesome because you don't understand a word he's saying. Rangers.
I have not actually heard this. I'm gonna have to.
I need
look
to.
it up.
I need to pull it up right here in the background.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm wearing.
But
I'm wearing headphones. I'll double task.
I want to giggle.
I didn't think it was that bad. It kind of
better than
gave me the
his-
feeling.
Than his kind of stuff.
It's not
Yeah.
even that great of a.
I think my family
Yeah.
just heard that. I'm gonna be in trouble.
They should just get Bruce Springsteen to do it.
Yeah, because I'm sure he's going to
Yes.
stoop that low.
We'll go Power Rangers 2014 is what it's called, I believe. 4 months ago.
Alright, I'm looking up his videos right now.
I have to get through an ad first.
Oh.
Even though it just aired in the podcast, we didn't actually hear it. So
Yeah.
the joys of Eric's editing.
It was not commercial free.
It got 3,500 likes. Pelike. I keep calling him Pelike. It's Pelike.
Pelike.
He's like Swedish or something.
Enrique?
Tricycle mode achieved.
You guys should check your Twitter notifications.
I just saw it. This is the greatest thing ever. He's got a unicycle coming out of his butt.
Oh, man.
That is literally
Oh my
the only.
god. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That is literally the only thing you can do with it.
Can I just say that looking at that picture while listening to Pelike's song is making it even more hilarious?
No, Jordan.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. You need to turn the dino head the other way, and
Doesn't turn.
have a figure art standing on the feet, and then hold the hand
Oh,
right in it.
yes! Oh, you are a master, Tom.
Oh my god. Oh, yes.
Turn?
This is gonna happen.
That is actually the prototype for Harley's next Power Rangers themed bike.
I need to figure out how to get wheels on his feet. How do I do that?
That is still the greatest picture ever.
I have 2 of these motorcycles. I think I can make it work.
You should have tagged Giga Beetle, because that is a Giga
Oh,
Beetle
I
picture.
didn't think about him in time. Oh well.
Always be thinking about Giga Beetle.
I think about him in my sleep.
I know. I watch you while you sleep.
I listened to that song. I like the beat.
Do you understand what he's saying? Because I would love to know what the lyrics are.
Sort of, I do.
Because there's a part where he's like, "The fight for mankind, trust in the Rangers." Go, go, Power Rangers!
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Yeah!
Alright, well, I haven't watched a lot of Kyoryuger. I think I'm maybe 7 or so episodes in. But I know.
Stop watching Arrow and start watching Q.
Hey, I caught up because
We
Arrow's...
we do need to talk about what we need to suggest people watch in between
Yes.
Power Rangers Super Mega Fail and Power Rangers, like, Please Don't Suck Dino Charge.
Arrow is the suggestion I would make.
Arrow is a good suggestion, yes.
I have my suggestions. I
That
have
sort
a
of
list.
goes with our Ranger Nation answers section.
It does, and that would make a good transition if we were there yet, but I kind of wanted to talk about, what do you guys who've watched Kyoryuger, what do you think we can expect from being translated from Kyoryuger to Dino Charge, or what do you want to see be translated?
Well,
Or-
I
or
for
taken.
one want them to keep the relationship between Daigo and Amy.
All right.
The Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger,
Yeah, I kind of want them to do that. Like, they haven't done that in a while.
like last season.
Well, last season was the creepy
Yeah.
Ranger.
And he still got the girl,
Watching
man.
you love me.
He got the girl, which means a lot of us still have a chance. All we gotta do is be creepy and instead of using binoculars to find the wild Zord, use binoculars to pick up the chick standing next to you.
Gia is now on the Charlie Sheen show, so.
Isn't that where a lot of Power Ranger actresses go to?
Oh God.
end up in Charlie Sheen's trailer.
I'll throw my vote out here, not my vote, but my comment. I was late to Kyoryuger. I didn't really appreciate it when it aired. I had to go back and watch it after it was done, mostly because Toku's just draining my soul. Therefore, I do not watch it. So I keep going back and rewatching episodes, or even episodes I might have skipped over. the one thing that was really good about Kyoryuger that I think will adapt well, number one was the action scenes.
Right.
Like choreography, you can tell that it was Koichi doing it because it's shaky cam, like RPM style shaky cam. And then number two, it's just very. You sit there and you see some of the stuff. And Jordan and Tom, you guys can talk about it. The follow up to their summer movie with Death Rooster, aka Talon Ranger, now in America.
No Talon Ranger.
Well, it makes me excited because that makes me believe they're going to use him somehow. Like they're actually going to use Death Rooster in the show. Cause
it's a really cool suit. That would be a waste not to use it.
We'll finally have a figure.
There's enough footage of it from the show or from the movie when he first appeared and was evil, and that one episode where he was evil. They could actually do a transition from him, kind of like classic Green Ranger, and make him evil when he appears. Then use the 100 years after movie footage to make him a good guy.
And then isn't he have a big sword that's also a flute? I mean,
he's got like a boomerang that is kind of an electric flute.
It's called the Flute Buster.
Yes, he plays this music. The whole premise of Death Rooster is because Kyoryuger's music theme. The entire theme is music. It's dinosaurs, yes, but it's also music.
Right.
And he's playing a song, the Day-Boss song or whatever, that basically depowers everybody, makes them weak. And he's able to play that through his electric flute or what have you, and play boomerang with like blades on it, and it cuts everybody up. But I'm excited that we have Talon Ranger because that means that he's planned at least on a toy side of it, which they don't usually do too much toys, especially Rangers, unless they're going to be in the show. I know RPM, whatever, with those dinosaur Rangers we never got, but. I'm glad they're doing that. But going back to what I said in that episode to the movie. The stunts in the big 10 Ranger fight scene where all 10 Power Rangers, or Kyoryugers, I should say, fight this giant army, and the stunt sequence, I mean, there's people jumping in the air and doing spinning like a torpedo and landing and slashing their sword. To this day, I still look at it, I can't tell if that was all digital. Obviously, it was stunt wire work, but I can't tell if they digitally edited someone like doing this weird kick flip. I'll have to send you an episode that I'm talking about, Eric, so you can watch it and just be like, whoa. But I'm hoping they keep that. I will say I'm extremely excited because we saw some early behind-the-scenes pictures people have taken of the filming of Dino Charge, and I saw sparks.
Oh.
Super Megaforce didn't have any sparks except for explosion. They fight grinders or whatever they call them. Grinders, X-Borgs, sorry.
Grinders did show up.
Yes, Grinders was RPM. That's my bad. X-Borgs.
But they did show up in Megaforce. So.
X-Borgs, now that we're not being original with names again. Loogies and X-Borgs, and when they fight them, even when they did US footage fighting X-Borgs, they don't even digitally put sparks in anymore. They just like, punch, 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 aha, you fell over. But we saw sparks with the Dogold being used, like he was slashing and missed and hit a concrete side or whatever, and sparks were flying out. That, to me, is a promising thing, because that's the one thing I think Power Rangers has missed. It used to be good music. Now the music's okay. It's not bad anymore. But with sparks, I missed sparks. I missed, even like the old Rangers always talk, yeah, I punched him and sparks came out, haha, and everyone's like, yay.
It seems like there is more original in-suit footage being filmed, especially with all the pictures that people like Nightmare 10 and Morphin K are finding, and Silurian Ranger George as well. And I was talking with George a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that in every picture that he's found of them filming behind the scenes, every picture he's seen, Judd Lynn is there. He's there on set, right there, as they're filming, every day. So it's a great thing. And I think it's going to turn around what we've seen from Super Megaforce.
You also got to be careful, though, because the last time that Chip worked on Power Rangers, and maybe I shouldn't say be careful, but like be mindful of.
Right.
Took over RPM, he did not take over a cast that was a cast and a crew that wasn't exactly happy or thrilled with him coming in. Because the whole story with Judd Lynn was that during the writer strike of, I believe, Jungle Fury, he crossed the line. He was the scab. He walked across the picket line to try to write for Power Rangers. And pissed off the entire New Zealand writing crew.
Move on, man. Move on.
Oh, I know, but you have to always remember that, too. Some people don't in that world, that professionalism world or whatever people don't let things go like that. Grudges get held for, look at JDF and ASJ. Grudges get held for a very long time. Stupid grudges. So I'm always kind of worried about that, too. It's kind of like, hopefully someone isn't trying to undermine and be like, you're the bag that...
Well, they fired Zachor to bring him back, so hopefully...
We don't know if they fired. He is no longer working on Power Rangers. That's all we know.
Now, what if they make a change to Torrent's costume? Kind of like what they did with Doggy.
We don't know who the mentor is or what the mentor is. The actors won't even mention if there's a suit or if there's a person. Right. They won't talk about it. And we haven't found anything casting-wise.
It would be awesome if they update Torin kind of like
a doggy.
Like Anubis Kruger.
Cougar.
D-Sword Vega.
Kruger.
D-Sword Vega.
Oh, so
I like
good.
how Jordan's in the background like 20 feet. I love it.
I'm not that far away. I'm busy.
Soon.
But no, I hope they keep all that fun stuff. I just, you know what? Every time we say this, it can't be worse than the previous season. It could. It may be.
Don't jinx it.
But it looks like Judd Lin is more open about trying to tell a story and trying to
but it's like
have
what
the season
Zach
be
said.
its own.
It's like what Zach said. We place so much expectation and hope into this show, and what if we get let down, you know?
It could be good. It could be good, but all this hope that people put on it could
make it worse.
Make it seem like it's terrible.
Yeah, like you didn't live up to the expectation.
Well, the plus side is it's kind of impossible to kind of compare it to Kyoryuger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could, but Kyoryuger was perfect. It's a perfect series to literally just adapt word for word to Power Rangers because it's campy for children, but it also has the moments for adults that you're like, that's kind of badass.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it for a perfect transition, but I don't think they can because you're dealing with a lot of storylines that are very Eastern-centric. Arranged marriages, stuff like that. Yeah, I guess you could get to it a little bit, but they didn't really... I don't know. I'm curious if they're going to keep the storyline of the Red Ranger and his father.
That would be interesting.
Because in Kyoryuger, spoiler alert, in Kyoryuger, Daigo, the Red Rangers, his dad was his hero. His dad was the one who kind of taught him about dinosaurs and all that fun stuff and like how dinosaurs and people have to live together and work together. And his dad ends up coming back into the picture and becomes, in time, the Silver Ranger.
Which I think will be a great role for ASJ.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Except he looks nothing like Brennan Mejia.
He was the original T-Rex Ranger.
You're introducing logic into casting when it comes to Power Rangers? That doesn't matter.
It'd be like nephew uncle.
Look at Nick from Mystic Force, and his.
Okay.
He was the son of Leonbo.
He's the son of the two most pale Aussies in all of New
adopted,
Zealand.
or it could be,
He was a magic baby.
I don't know who the wife is.
Magic baby. I just want this to be a magical season.
It'll be ASJ and JDF's love child. They got married and they adopted a little kid.
No.
Hatched from dinosaur
Power
eggs.
Rangers goes from being like the most politically correct show ever to exist to literally breaking every barrier in the world of socialism, or not socialism, but social change.
Socialism.
What? Yes, the world of socialism. No,
Chairman JDF.
There's a Purple Ranger, and it's not. Oh, Eric, that's another thing we were talking about.
What?
The red herring. What if everyone assumes Claire's the
Yes.
Purple Ranger? What if she's actually the Gold Ranger?
Yeah, because part of her name on Twitter is Dactyl, like pterodactyl.
Well, it's also just an extremely clever play on words. I mean,
It was
whether
like
it means
that.
anything.
It was like that before she
Yeah.
cast. So
Yeah, she was already using Clarodactyl. It's just really awesome. I don't think it has anything to do with her role.
For them to cast the 7th Ranger before the 6th, maybe she's just like the buddy to the group and she doesn't get her powers till the end of the first season, which me and Morph and Kay actually talked about on Twitter. Like, that sounds like the perfect cutoff point is we'll cut it off right when Purple Ranger's introduced.
9 episodes in, and then 6.
Well, in Kyoryuger, she didn't pop up. She didn't pop up as the Ranger till like episode 24, but she first popped in at like episode 20 or 21. So I can see her being early on in the season, and they build up to her becoming a Ranger, making her being a Ranger more cool, as opposed to just showing up in a spaceship one day. My family and friends are dead. Yay! Okay,
Give me
guys.
a makeover. I can be a superhero.
Okay, guys. Well, the invasion's over with, so I'm gonna leave. Where are you going to go? I don't know. I can't go back to my family, my friends, or my girlfriend because they're all dead. But I'm going to go somewhere. My planet's uninhabited.
My planet needs me. Bye.
Yeah. Is that what he said? I don't remember.
No. That was a joke, like in The Simpsons, yeah.
I have to go now. My planet.
My planet needs me.
Oh. Like every time Al Gore disappears on Futurama, I have to go. I have a meeting to attend.
Hey, Man-Bear Pig.
Man-Bear Pig?
He's super ethereal, you guys.
It's not Cleveland, but you're getting there.
I can't do Cleveland on command. Now that you expect it, I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
No.
Now.
Perfect. So let me ask you guys, now that Super Megaforce is over, what will you be watching TV-wise? AP?
Watch Parasite.
Yes, Parasite the Maximum. Watch that shit.
What is that?
So good.
It's an anime, yes.
AP, your voice changed since the last time.
I know. How did I do that?
Hello. AP, what
going into voice acting?
Okay, so I'm going to be watching all of the Chicago shows, so Chicago Fire and Chicago PD, because those are my things.
Yeah.
I'm real addicted to that new show Stalker. It's insane, and I love it.
Is it Chicago Stalker?
No, I wish. That would be hilarious.
That's next season, Chicago Stalker suspense.
Yeah, AP loves Chicago more than me and Eric, and we live in Chicago.
It's true. It really is.
It's like Chicago would be so much better if Eric and Zach were not there.
What a burn!
Wow.
That was uncalled for.
That was a random uncalled for burn, Tom.
Well, now you're going last, Tom.
To continue my answer, excuse me, but yeah, I'm getting really into Person of Interest. But I started with the 4th season, so I need to go find the other 3 seasons at the library or something.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Cool.
I'm also going to be watching a lot of Lightspeed Rescue because of something.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
Because reasons.
Because reasons. Chris, what will you be watching?
Let's see. I will be watching Arrow season 3.
Yes.
It's a great show. Everyone should give it a watch. I wasn't too I don't like DC Comics hardly at all. I just don't. The Batman movies are cool, but they got overdone. They're like, how dark can we make it? And then Superman was a joke. Green Lantern was a joke. So it's kind of funny that the low budget production of their TV shows it totally rivals anything we could ever put in movie theaters. But anyways, I haven't watched The Flash yet. I'm going to wait a little bit.
It's so good.
And then I'm going to start Calm Your Horses. I watched The Walking Dead, but I haven't watched it in a while. I like to marathon that stuff rather than watch an episode and then getting pissed off for a week and then watch it again. So I haven't watched since episode 1, so I'm going to give it till the mid-season finale, then go back and watch everything. I should be watching some Toku, I guess, but I haven't.
Well, we are watching that thing for our website that we have that you own. You could watch that show.
Yeah, I forgot we were even doing that. I walked in and was like, Toku Nation, let's watch Wednesday. Power Rangers in Space episodes 4 to 6. I'm like, when the hell did 1 to 3 happen?
He's very involved in the day-to-day running.
He is. Well, he's busy. He runs it.
I run lots of things. It's just the site's not run of it right now. And on top of that, I have discovered that Hulu Plus is putting certain shows, like anime shows from Japan, online the Saturday after they air. So Tom will be happy to know. I'll have to give him my login information so he can watch it. Sword Art Online Season 2 comes out every Saturday after it airs in Japan, fully subtitled. So if you guys haven't watched that, the first season's in English and I believe Japanese with English subtitles on Netflix.
The first half of Season 1 is amazing.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it for you because it gets really confusing because all my a lot of my nerdy friends here, they're not nerdy, but they are secretly, they're secret nerds is what we call them. So they don't act nerdy or anything, but then they're like, dude, I watch anime all the time. I play video games, I watch anime. That's all I do when I get home. But at work, I'm like, yeah, but bad. They're all into it, and Sword Art Online, basically the premise of it's an anime, but the premise is it's in the future, and they do virtual MMOs.
Right.
So rather than playing on a computer or whatever, you put a headset on, and your body goes comatose, and all your senses and stuff get put in the game, so you actually feel like you're walking around, and they get trapped inside the game, everybody. And if you die in the game, you die in real life.
It's a better version of Dot Hack.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay, good.
But this continues on, and they do multiple games in a season. So the first season had 2 different games in it. Same characters, but 2 different games. And then Tom will be very happy to know that in Season 2, the whole cast is together for the second game of Season 2.
I'm caught up, Chris.
Oh, you're caught up?
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. I forgot you fly to Japan and watch it when it airs. You don't
Oh, you don't have to lie
download it.
about that. They don't care if you do that.
Yeah, they don't care.
I have that door.
Net neutrality, man. That's what I watch, and then I play games. So I'm done. Goodbye.
Zach, what will you be watching?
Well, yeah, a lot of the shows I watch will also be going on a winter hiatus. So, but Flash, Arrow, Walking Dead. I think I'm gonna do like you, Chris, and just wait and do Walking Dead as a marathon because week to week I just get mad.
That's the best way to describe it. Like, you're just like, really? Like, you're gonna end it on that? Screw you, AMC. Screw you, Kirkman. You.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, hey, Sunday night, time to watch Walking Dead. Maybe this week it'll be different. No, it's like battered wife syndrome. No, you guys, this time it'll be different. I swear, he's changed. I've also got a ton of games to play. I got GTA on Tuesday, so I will be pretty much in Los Santos until Doomsday.
Jordan?
Well, yeah, again, my 2 big shows, Flash and Arrow, will be on hiatus in the winter, but my other big shows, Gundam Build Fighters Try, and of course Kamen Rider Drive, are still airing, so I'm all about that, and I would watch them anyway, even if Power Rangers was on, but I would watch that too. I'm just saying, I watch these anyway. Other than that, since I don't actually have cable, I download go to countries where shows originate from to watch them. But I'm playing catch up on a bunch of anime I've missed out on, like Tom mentioned earlier, Parasite the Maxim, which is really, really good, things like that, and some older Toku. Like, I'm still watching Power Rangers in Space for our weekly segments, but I'm catching up on some other shows right now. So.
Nice. Tom, what about you?
Well, first of all, I want to bring up a scary sign. I did not realize that I didn't download Kamen Rider Drive until Thursday. I was like, wait, I forgot something. It was like, oh yeah, Kamen Rider Drive. So that's kind of scary that it's becoming to that, because when we were watching Gaim, it was like, when is Gaim coming out?
We texted.
Yeah, it's like,
each other when
I
that
gotta have
came
it.
out. Like, it was a group text. Downloads are up. Subs are up. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And then we'd all text each other our reaction as we watched it. Like,
I guess I'm the only asshole who still does that and downloads it immediately, right?
Will someone please say Tokuger? Like,
Tokuger?
I mean, I'm
watching Tokuger. I'm enjoying Tokuger.
I'm watching just to see how far this train wreck will go.
I marathon.
Train wreck. Wah wah. Oh, hey, speaking of, new Tokuger is up.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Download.
Okay. The Hyper Battle video, I just downloaded that one. So
36 is up now, so.
Gaim's summer movie should be out in a few days from Acer.
Yay.
Sweet.
I can't wait for that to make everything make sense with that final episode.
I don't know. Like, I want to see that movie, but I always hate it at the end of the year when one comes out after the show's over, because I just don't care. It happened last year. It happened the year before that.
I care.
I mean,
I cared about Kyoryuger 100 Years After. Like, that was fantastic.
Well, yeah, but that was set apart on its own, too. It was really good, but it was sort of set apart.
It's Gaim. You'll be fine.
It's Kamen Rider Duke Dragon Fruit Arms. Come on, dude.
Yeah. The other shows I'll be watching, like Jordan, is Gundam Build Fighters Try, Parasite Maxim, Terraformers.
Yes. Oh, I forgot Terraformers.
And I'm trying to catch up on Sailor Moon Crystal as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that still. Have they released the dub version of that yet? I know they they re-released the original show.
The new dub, yeah.
I want to hear Johnny and Bosch be a cat.
I'm caught up on Sora Online right now, and I think I might try Cross Ange.
Oh, it's good. You should watch it. Me and Bolt been watching it, so
okay. I'll try that. I'll try that out.
As for me, I recently got caught up to season 3 of Arrow.
Yes.
Thanks to the last recording I did with Zach and AP, they pushed me to watch Arrow, and I've been doing that all in my spare time. So I got through 2 full seasons and the first episode of season 3, and it's a fantastic show. Flash, I'm also into. I mean, across the board, I think we all agree that Arrow and Flash are pretty sweet.
When did the CW become the premier place to watch shows? Like,
I know, right? I watched the 100 last season. I'm like,
I love the 100. I love the 100.
Yes, and I was so pissed off that they canceled the Tomorrow People. I actually really like that show.
I didn't get into the 100, but the way you guys are talking it up, I might have to check it out.
It's good.
Can I say something really embarrassing really quick?
Sure.
On the CW, there's a show right now called Jane Diversion. It's actually really good.
Jane the Virgin.
I still have the answer for that. It's like a romantic comedy where
Actually, really funny. Like it's really good.
Does anybody Does anybody watch Teen Wolf?
I watched Teen
Yes.
Wolf.
I don't.
Yes.
Pretty religiously for the first 2 seasons.
It is
I kind of
fantastic.
dropped off.
I can't stand it. Ugh. I'm
It's actually
sorry.
not a bad show, and the chick with the arrows really yeah.
Okay. Well, going back to what I'm watching, I definitely need to catch up on Sailor Moon Crystal. That's the anime that I've been into. With my girlfriend, we just finished the entire Avatar series, so we just started The Legend of Korra. So that's something that we're watching. I'm going to
original Avatar.
Yeah, with Aang. I had watched the first 2 seasons and part of the 3rd season. I just never finished the 3rd season, and she had never seen the show, so I did a complete rewatch with her.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh, God, it's so good. And Korra, we watched the first couple episodes. The animation is just gorgeous. It's fantastic. I picked up the Blu-ray. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So I also have a Crunchyroll subscription, and I'm trying to resume my watching of Space Brothers. I'm about 60 episodes into that. It's a really good series with a lot of emotion and heart. Sentai-wise, I'm probably going to finish watching Kyoryuger just so I can get prepared for Dino Charge. Yeah, that's about it.
Should also be watching what I'm sending you in the mail.
Yes, I will be watching that.
What is it, like a ransom tape? Because that's kind of what it is.
Southland.
Southland, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not more Ben McKenzie. Don't do
The
that.
OC, man.
No.
The
No,
OC.
amazing.
We got to go back to the OC now.
Oh, God.
I love the OC. I watched the OC. I watched the hell. I own all 4 seasons on DVD somewhere.
I just hope that none of you are still forcing yourselves to watch Gotham on a weekly basis.
Oh, I can't do that.
Because it is so bad.
To be fair, I have dropped out completely of Gotham when the 4th episode, and now I think they're up to episode 9. I was thinking about doing a marathon this weekend, but the way you're talking about it, Jordan,
It's horrific. It's horrific, man.
I still can't figure out what time it's supposed to be set in, and it's real pissing me off.
It's supposed to be set in the past, but they keep doing that's from like yesterday. I don't understand what's going on. I draw the line at Balloon Man. I'm sorry. I'm done after that.
Actually, that was the last episode I watched, was the Balloon Man one. It was...
I've sadly watched more than that.
And
but
Jada Pinkett Smith makes everything worse. So, just
Will Smith has never been the same.
I will say, though, the best DC shows I'm watching right now, Arrow and the Flash. Arrow has done so many things with tying back to the comics.
Yes.
Better than Gotham, better than any DC show.
Or movie most of the time.
Or movie, yeah.
In The Flash was genius. Like, the whole thing was well done.
Those 2 shows are just fantastic, and the 2-part crossover event that's coming next week or in 2 weeks, whatever it is, December 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait! I'm gonna make a big bowl of popcorn and just.
Oh yeah. See, the awesome thing about not having cable is I can wait till those are both out and watch them in one giant 2-hour block.
I almost want to do that.
Yeah,
but I don't trust the internet.
It's gonna be, oh no, it's going to be a movie for me. This is going to be an experience.
We're actually going to go to our Ranger Nation answers and see what everyone else is watching after Super Megaforce ends on Facebook. Christopher Evans said, "Want to try and watch Kyoryuger. Never watched the Sentai before the PR season before." Vince Ariola said, "I'm going to watch Doctor Who, Arrow, Walking Dead, Continuum, and Dino Charge when it arrives." Our good friend Leonardo Talavera said, "Young Justice, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, TMNT Season 2, and all the Fast and Furious movies. Yes, I'm a fan. Vroom Vroom and physics. P.S. Did you see the trailer for the new one? They parachuted out of a plane and, oh, hi, AP, what are you at?"
I don't even know what I just did.
I like the
I'm assuming I attacked him?
Yes, AP has that power.
You attacked him with something that makes a buzzing noise. Leave that to whatever it is.
Saw.
She took him out. She took him out.
Saw 9. Chainsaw Revenge.
The end of Leonardo Talavera.
Shall we play a game?
No, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that.
That was super mega creepy, Tom.
That sounded more Asian than you normally sound.
Whoa!
Somehow you didn't sound Scottish.
Sorry, I let it slip
Okay,
out.
for those who don't know, there's an ongoing joke on Talkin Toku's side of this where we always say Tom only sounds Asian when he tries to sound like different ethnicity.
Mark Cross said a series that actually has story and not a rushly edited piece of rubbish, referring to Super Megaforce. Darren Moser at Dr. Sci-Fi said, after Super Megaforce, I will watch some Arrow. I have to catch up with Barry.
Bum bum.
Yes, you do. And then our good friend of the podcast, Chris Boothroyd, said, Eric, while he sleeps. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's super mega creepy.
Yeah.
Super mega sexy.
No.
Don't tweet that on the Toku Nation Twitter.
50 Shades of
Come
Eric.
on, let me do that.
That's 50 Shades of Eric.
Nope. There's only one shade to this, Barry.
And Red, have you seen?
That was horrible. Oh my god.
You need to release the picture of you in the morph suit for this episode.
Nope. That's never going to see the light of day again. On Twitter.
I saved them.
I know you did. On Twitter, RG Habro77 at Anime Redneck 96 said Arrow, Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham.
Why, RJ? Why?
All the stuff I've watched while I've ignored Super Megaforce anyway. And then Kyle at Deadpool_Ranger said what Anime Redneck 96 said. Nightmare at Nightmare10 said The Flash. Loving the show, Grant Gustin is a great Barry Allen.
Bum, bum.
Agreed.
Barry?
We got a buried out of that?
Eric Barry Allen.
Yes, that's my new name.
Wear the Flash costume.
Yep. No, that's.
I'll just modify the morph suit I got.
Get the visual out of my head.
Right, saved.
Oh, that I could. There's. Hang on, I gotta find it now.
No, God.
Hang on.
Moving on. Cody R. at Spidey Nerdo said, on Saturday mornings, nothing. The rest of the week, though, Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Arrow, The Walking Dead. I think there's a pattern.
Jordan.
What?
You know how on Talkin Toku we always come up with a picture idea?
Yeah, what's my picture?
No.
Is it Eric being all sexy in a costume?
With the Flash instead of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, God.
What am I doing with it?
Did you take his Mighty Morphin Red Ranger suit picture from Halloween and edit it so it's the Flash instead of the Red Ranger?
Okay. Yeah.
Done.
Oh, come on, Zach. Son of a
Hey, you know what? As long as we're talking about costumes, I'm trying to put this one on, and I can't get it above my crotch.
I'm not saying you were that bad, Eric. Wow.
That's what she said.
Oh my. I don't want pictures of that.
I mean, no joke. I can't get it up higher than this. The belt is around my knees. This is terrible.
I hope your wife walks in right now.
Oh, she's asleep. She's not gonna see this.
Well,
Don't wake her up.
Oh my god. Why do I continue doing this?
You might have a problem. So.
Ashton James Brown at the Macabre Chap said, if you are referring to Tokusatsu, I intend to watch every single season of Garo between now and February. Awesome. Mara Greengrass at Mara Greengrass said, currently running Tokuger and Kamen Rider Drive. Looking forward to The Librarian starting. Maybe a Shinkenger rewatch. Solomon D at Solomon_D said, I will be catching up on Gotham and Tokuger, as well as whatever catches my eye on Netflix. Morphin_K said, what else? Power Rangers Dino Charge.
I think he misunderstood the question.
Yeah, I think he did too, but whatever. Scott Sandler at DigiRanger1994 said, well, Sean Hunter and the rest of the Matthews family visits Girl Meets World in a couple weeks. I have not got into that show.
It's really bad. Don't do it.
Well, I think the first couple of episodes, their acting's really stiff, but as you watch them, they get better.
It's
I
dependent,
couldn't,
man.
I couldn't get over it after the Mr. Feeney Ghost in the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? What?
The first couple of episodes, the acting's really stiff.
What
I don't
happened to
think-
Mr. Feeney?
I
Mr.
don't
Feeney's still alive?
I don't think he's a ghost. I think
He's
that was,
not a ghost, but
that was just Corey's memory of him.
but still, I call it the Mr. Feeney Ghost. And
Is he like a Force ghost? Like a Feeney Force ghost?
Kind of. It pops up at the end of the episode, and he's like, "Well done, Mr. Matthews." And
Yeah,
then
it's
it
kind of like
fades away.
Sean at Snarky Sean said, nothing will change besides not watching TV on Saturdays for a bit. It'll give me Sentai and Rider Saturdays, hashtag, back for a month. The Monkey Grid at Monkey Ranger said, Kamen Rider Drive, because after the invasion ends, all you need is hashtag drive.
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 And then Charlie at Orange Ranger. Oranger.
Ninja.
Said smart answer, whatever is on after Power Rangers. Actual answer, catching up on Tokuger and Drive. Then Kyoruger after I catch up on those.
I'm
there
sorry
it is.
for all the Tokuger fans out there.
I haven't watched it. I couldn't get past episode 4. I just kind of stopped.
You got Nick Furry on there now.
Nick Furry!
I don't know if it's a spoiler alert, but if you have no interest in watching it anyway, after I found out they're actually kids, anything afterwards that has like romance involved just creeps me out.
Creepy as shit.
It is.
Creeping me out.
Here's the thing. I stopped watching Tokuger for the Tokugers. I keep watching it for the villains.
Oh yeah, the Shadow Line is like the best set of villains in years, but they're the best thing to watch on that show anyway.
Yeah.
I actually pre-ordered the Kiro liner that's coming out, and I can't wait to get that. That's such an amazing mech.
My heart still yearns for a Figuart Schwartz.
Yeah.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Even if I don't get the other Tokugers as Figuarts, I'll take Schwartz.
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Oh, man.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for this crossover. Is there anything else you guys want to add for our Super Megaforce finale?
I think from here on out we're gonna release shows through your podcast. So it'll be just like Talkin Toku presented by Ranger Command Power Hour. And the three of us will just get together over the course of a week for like 10 minutes a day, and like I'll just send you all the files. You can just throw them together, and
that works.
Yeah. Then we're done. Easy.
Insert our dialogue wherever you feel it's necessary.
Sure.
No, this was fun because this was kind of like a surprise crossover.
Yeah, we kept it under wraps.
And no one like figured out through the preview that I saw anyways what was going on.
Everyone just thinks we're adding a fourth host.
Yeah, that was the greatest misdirect ever. It's like a new Ranger, implying that it's a new.
I edited the voice to be way off or off enough.
Yeah, it was off.
These
enough.
guys haven't heard the preview, I don't think so, because no one ever listens to each other's podcasts.
I listen to you guys all the time whenever you get around to releasing an episode. But no, seriously.
We were like at episode 10 a year ago, and like we're at 19 a year later. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, we're going to be on 32 in a couple months, so yeah.
We like to get together and talk when it matters. If we have to force ourselves to have a conversation, it's going to be stiff and boring. And
right.
There's other podcasts that don't release episodes for like 8 months at a time. So
yeah.
I'm not going to name them out by name, but they know who they are.
Right.
Tom's
Thank
like,
you.
What? And Talkin Toku will soon be on that list. Oh, and you guys, for all of the Ranger Command listeners,
yes.
Post comments about what you thought of the drama skit It's not over because part 2 is coming up after we're done here. I hear maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I should treat that like it's in story. Once we go find
BLIZZATROLL. Anyways, Ranger Nation, let us know what you think. Have questions? Email us at rangercommandpowerhour@gmail.com or check us out at rangercommand.com. And now we got to get back to fighting BLIZZATROLL.
Yeah, they were so polite to sit there and wait for us to finish recording.
I know.
He's researching. I heard he's researching on these strange new Power Ranger looking things that appeared.
Well, this BLIZZATROLL is brought to you by Raven Designs.
That's it. Game over. Time win.
Show's over. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later, guys. And enjoy the holidays.
They're half over.
They're half over.
Well,
I'm stuffed.
Oh, boo.
Was that a Thanksgiving pun, or are you doing something? Never mind.
What?
Guys.
I can't decide which subgroup to go with for the best experience in watching subtitled Japanese Toku shows.
You really are a troll.
It's the Rangers. It's not your podcast.
Hey, AP, let's show him some holiday spirit.
You're on.
Blade Blaster, ready.
Rescue Blaster ready. Fire!
We need more firepower. Jordan, let me see the DJ gun.
So you can combine it with the D-Sword Vega?
Yes, with the Shadow Saber. Okay, I'm ready.
Not quite. Use the lock seed to double the power.
Lock on.
Thanks. Hey, BLIZZATROLL, eat this.
Is that all you got?
Okay, Tom, it's our turn. Here, take my golden power staff.
Is this how you pick up girls?
It's kind of heavy. Hold it tight and prepare to shoot it with your sonic arrow weapon.
Do you hear yourself right now? I can't even say my line with a straight face.
Ready? Golden power staff, power up!
Hey, BLIZZATROLL, try and pop this cherry.
Great job, everyone. You could say that was a super mega...
No, don't you dare. I will bring out the jar.
Well, Eric, AP, Zach, looks like everything here is in good hands. We'll be heading back to Toku Nation now. Thanks for letting us spend the day with you again.
I'm sure anytime AP gets to pretend to be the Yellow Lightspeed Rescue Ranger, she has a good time.
Pretend?
We have some Kamen Rider Drive and what's left of Resha Sentai Tokyuger to finish.
Oh, and the first reveal of the new Super Sentai series, Ninja, to look forward to.
And everybody has some Power Rangers Dino Charge merchandise to be hunting.
Almost everyone.
I thought we destroyed the troll.
That's right. Jordan has diapers and baby clothes to buy.
Oh crap, I am having a kid!
He was going to grow up adoring Power Rangers.
No!
Anyways, it's always a pleasure having you guys on. We'll have to do this again sometime. Post Power Morphicon Bro Hug?
Post Power Morphicon Bro Hug. Feel free to drop by at our show anytime. Hey, hold up, guys. I'm feeling really dizzy all of a sudden.
Chris, you're glowing.
Look, he's starting to demorph!
What? But how? Wait, hey, where's my Gold Ranger key? That thing cost me like $30.
What's wrong, Chris? Feeling a little weak. Oh, what's that? You're missing your precious Gold Ranger key? Oh, looky here. I guess I have it. Probably shouldn't have shot me in the back the last time we did a crossover. But don't worry. I have the perfect thing in mind for your Gold Ranger key. You've been listening to the Ranger Command Power Hour, only on the 4-Eyed Radio Network. You can catch a new episode every other Saturday. Find us on the Morphing Grid at www.rangercommand.com. Follow us on Twitter at RangerCommandPH and like us on Facebook.com/Ranger Command Power Hour.
This has been another great presentation by the 4-Eyed Radio Network. You can find more information at 4eyedradio.com.